Welcome to the Homeownership podcast presented by Movementum Realty, located in Hanover, Massachusetts. This series covers all things real estate and the best practices for buying, selling, and owning property. Now here is your host, Sean Maloney.
Welcome to episode 229, Finding the Perfect Home Office. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Maloney. Thanks for joining me this week. This week I want to talk to you about finding the perfect home office. I know a lot of us liked it. Others of us cringed when COVID hit and everyone started working from home. The truth is, some of the largest companies are trying to force people to come back to work with very little success. So home offices, they're here to stay. They're redoing the dynamic of real estate. So today let's focus a little bit about what it can mean and how we as real estate professionals can help you find the perfect office space. Maybe I'm not a commercial agent full-time, but I can find that location for you for an office right inside your residential home. Let's get started. As a career professional that recently was just sent to work from home environment, things can be really challenging. The first and most important step is finding the perfect place at home to call your office. The reason it's so challenging is people are naive. They come home and they think, okay, the dog, the kid, my husband, they'll all understand I'm working. It's no different than when I drove my car away. Well, all of a sudden that is different, right? Everyone's confused. How come mom's home? Oh, I'm going to go ask her to just simply throw the laundry from the washer to the dryer. Why don't you walk the dog? Oh, the kids need lunch. All these things that can't possibly happen if you're actually working, right? So when you're first at home, you might feel like you have a lot of free time. But the truth is, you're working, so you have to put that focus on work. Otherwise, your employer will notice that your production will be down. You might even end up working in off hours, because what can happen is we're working from home 9 to 5, but we don't get our 8 hours done. The kids go to bed 7, 8 o'clock at night. We punch back into work, jam out another 2 or 3 hours worth of work, and call it done. This can be a very unhealthy lifestyle unless that works best for you. This is one of those things where you can cringe about work and think, oh my God, I can't believe I have to go back in the date tonight. Can't even have a glass of wine because I got to log in and do that big report that's due by tomorrow. Don't get yourself into that type of mentality or setting. Get yourself into the mentality or setting of, I'm still at work and I'm going to get myself the right office space. So when planning to work from home, it's important that your office is free of all distractions. So while it might work to work in the breakfast nook or in the corner of the living room, you know yourself, most of us, it's going to take a proper room with an office door on it. We need a door that we can close, that we can say, listen, right now is not the time, I am working. So where can we put these spaces? In towns with septic systems, oftentimes people get concerned for the word bedroom. So bedrooms are dictated by the septic system, which is a private sewerage system, which only allows so many rooms to be stated as bedrooms. Now, that doesn't include bonus rooms or offices or other things. So just because you have a 2-bedroom septic doesn't mean that you can't possibly put in a home office. You want to reach out to your town. But also, while shopping, looking for home offices, don't just look for a bedroom count that's higher and figure that's the only place you can put an office. Oftentimes, we can find bonus rooms in basements, over garages. Sometimes we'll have an extra room off of maybe it was a dining room. You don't formally dine. There's lots of ways of adapting and changing space to be an office, especially in the older, like 1980s, 1990s homes. I shouldn't even call them older. It's really not that old in home terms. But in a lot of the homes that aren't brand new construction, back when they used to do a lot of compartmentalization and not just open floor plans, maybe even the houses where the outside edge is a big square, you can put up a wall, you can put up a door, and you can create a little private space. It's just making sure that you have that private space in order to be able to take phone calls, take Zoom calls, stay focused, and be productive. Depending on the job as well, if it's a job like my job that involves some confidentiality and other things, it's nice to have a space that's quiet and alone, because at the end of the day, other people are not supposed to be listening in, and it may make the client feel uncomfortable, even if it is your husband or wife just walking by, knowing somebody else is in the room or around. Most people might close down their conversation a little compared to what they normally have. So guys, when looking for the perfect home office, it's really important to allow yourself some vision. So if you don't have the vision for what things could be in the future, Maybe invite a designer by the house. Have a designer come by and take a look and tell you what would be the best way to utilize your space. Or you can reach out to us over here at Movementum Realty. One of our agents could come out and discuss with you what's the best home office. As a brokerage, we kind of focus a whole on buying, selling, and owning homes. And this is one of those points where it comes into the owning homes category. What I mean by that is we're professionals at it so that we can teach you, okay, as a homeowner, I would do this so that in the future, when you're a home seller, you'll get this result. Putting together an office, I would highly recommend pulling permits. I often see people kind of cut corners, go around, and think that it's going to save them money. When you come back to me in the future and we go to sell your home, it's not me that's going to tell you no. It's going to be the appraiser or the town or the inspector who catches your work. And then what's going to end up happening is going to cost you more money because you still have to ask the town, but then you also possibly have to tear out the work or expose the work and still pay for the permits when they find out about it. Also, your tax valuation doesn't increase, which people do look at when they're going to purchase a home because they're wondering what the value of the home is. So putting it in as legal square footage, doing the renovations right, it's going to save you a lot of a headache and it's really going to put you in a better place. Guys, if you're looking to find the perfect office at home, reach out to us over here at Movementum Realty. Whether we guide you how to make your house work or we find that perfect place for you, we can help. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure to pound that subscribe button and I look forward to talking to you next week.